So massive welcome, like I said, we're going to help you with the knowledge to basically smash your 4Ks credits every single month so that this just becomes a thing of habit, because that's all your 4Ks credits is really. It is habit, and it's just about learning the knowledge behind how to do it and then just getting on with it and getting it done. As blunt as that may sound, that's what this is all about. Now, what I would start by saying is 4Ks credits is a mindset, okay? This is all to do with your mind. It's a mindset, it's a habit, and it's a must. Now, I've done it every single month since I started this business. And now, to me, this is just the same as brushing my teeth. Honestly, I get up, I get on with it. I don't even think about doing my 4Ks credits. It doesn't even enter my head. It's already done, it's already dusted. And what I actually do is I aim for 6 to 8. So 6 to 8 case credits is my 4. If I don't hit 6, I'm like, oh God, I need to sort something out here. But I generally do about 8 to 12 case credits a month personally. And that's not because I'm being lucky. It's because I've built up a good customer base and I consistently recruit people into my business too. So I'm going to coach you to do the same. And the reason why people have success in this business is because they understand 4CC and how to do it, but they don't keep it a secret. They don't not tell anyone. They go out and they coach their team to do the same. And that is what we're paid to do. We're paid to understand this business and we're paid to coach other people to do the same. So that in a nutshell is what we're doing. Now, whether you've done 4CC in the past and you've maybe slipped out of the habit of doing it, or you've not really quite hit that 4Ks credit active within your business yet, or whether you've just started and you don't know what I'm going on about, none of that matters. What I all want you to do right here, right now, is to draw a line in the sand. I want you to say out loud, I can, from today, smash my 4CC. It's easy and I'm successful. I want you all to say that out loud or type it into the chat box, because you all can do it. It is easy. It's just how you see it. Now, remember that this is basically the only thing that Forever asks us to do, okay? So I'm going to go through this now and explain why you need to do your 4Ks credits. Now, let me just ask you a question, and I want you to pop this in the chat box. Who has a job at the moment? Or who used to have a job? Or who goes to work each day? Okay, everyone's putting me. Okay, now if you went into work and you went to the vending machine all the time, you put your coffees on all the time, put the kettle on all the time, and you scrolled through Facebook and you kind of fiddled with your hair a bit, and then that was all you did. How much would you expect to get paid? Want you to pop it in the chat box. Nothing. Exactly. Not a lot. So basically, with this business, that's what your 4Ks credits is like. If you're not doing your 4CC, how can you expect to get paid? Because that's kind of like what we're expected to do. So have that mindset around it. Yeah, like you probably get sacked, Rebecca King said. God, you have a mean boss. But I'm just trying to get the point across that if you don't do any work or you're not taking action to get your 4Ks credits, then you're not really doing the business, I don't think. Because you need to do action, you need to put activity in to get the case credits. It's not just going to float to you, unfortunately. So in Forever, if you don't do your 4Ks credits, you won't get paid that much. Like, fair enough, you will get paid your retail and bonus, which is great. But I know that everyone who's took the time this evening to log into this webinar, they're all serious about their businesses. And when you're serious about your business, you've obviously got the goal of manager in your mind. So to do manager, you've got to do the basics of 4Ks credits and then teach your team how to do exactly the same. So what I'm trying to say is, if you don't work, you won't get paid. The system of 4Ks credit is super simple, and all you've got to do is duplicate it. And now if you did duplicate it, 15 people doing 4CC in month 1, that would mean you've done 60Ks credits. If you do that again in month 2, that would be 120 case credits and you would be a manager. So when people look at it, it's the small picture, but you need to see the bigger picture of what this is going to do for your business too. Now, not only that, by hitting the 4cc, you're going to get paid more. It's instant income. And also, you're going to access then, therefore, to the things like leadership bonuses. And you're also going to have access to the incentives. Now, I've looked around at other network marketing companies and I've seen the incentives. But what I've seen behind the incentives is what you've got to do to get them. Believe me, Forevers are really not that hard to get compared to some people's out there. So we're really lucky. So just like really seriously think, do you want 2 holidays a year? Do you want a piece of the company's profits? Do you want to drive around in your dream car or use that money for something really useful within your life? Because by you being 4cc and coaching it, that will happen, I promise you. Remember, it's the only thing the company asks of us. It's a mindset, a habit, and a must. And what I think is really fair about this is Rex has basically put in place. Well, actually, let me put this a different way. Who has been set a target at work before? Pop yes in the chat box. Yeah, loads of people have been set targets before. God, loads of you have. So, have you had a boss who set a target which is ridiculous? Like, you're like, oh my God, like that'll never happen. Like, why have you set such a high target? Someone's put every day. Yeah, exactly. So your boss sets you targets which they know are ridiculous to actually achieve. So what technically happens is if they set the targets too high, no one hits it. Now what I want you to think is, what if they set a target for you that was too low? What would then happen in the business? It would be too easy. You'd get bored and the business wouldn't be making business because nothing would get achieved. No profit. Exactly. So Rex has been really fair, in my opinion, and in lots of other people's businesses, well, in lots of other business owners' opinions as well, because basically he's designed this to make it easy enough for people who are part time in the business to hit 4cc, but also for someone who's full time in the business to hit 4cc too. So now do you understand how fair this is? And literally, it's kind of seeing it in a different light. Does anyone see 4cc in a different light now I've just said that? Pop it in the chat box if you do. Because yes, it motivates you, but it's not scary. It's actually really, really fair. Exactly, hun. So amazing. I'm glad you all see that in a different way because that's how I view it. Brilliant. Now, what we obviously need to think of, first of all, is your mindset. So your mindset will determine whether you hit the 4 case credits or not. Now, I know you're probably sick of the word mindset. I get sick of saying it to myself. I really do. Why don't you change it to happiness training or happiness levels? Yeah, because that's what you're trying to do. Now, what I would say is, with this mindset around your 4cc, you need to let go of the outcome, okay? So let go, don't stress, just do the activity and it will happen. But that's the most important thing. Do the activity. Now, think of it as easy, because if you say in your mindset when you wake up, as soon as you do it on a morning, you go, oh my God, I can't do my 4cc. Your brain goes, yeah, you can't you not? You definitely can't do 4cc. You're not successful. You'll never hit that. And then that's when your mindset starts going down to a negative frequency and you start spiraling out of control, because that's what our brains do really easily. So what I want you to all do is somewhere, whether it's on a post-it note, whether it's when written out, whether it's on your phone, whether you say it to yourself, I want you to keep saying to yourself, I can and I will do my 4cc. My 4cc is done and dusted. 4cc is easy. Yeah? Just say that to yourself, because your mind will go, yeah, it is easy. We're doing it. It's already done. This is easy. And you'll fly. You'll just find CC start coming from nowhere. Promise you. Now, I've put the quote on by Henry Ford on the screen because I think this is really important. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So if you think you can't do 4cc, you'll not do it. I promise. Change your mindset around it and you will totally smash this. So what I would aim for is 6 to 8. Four's so old school right now. 4 doesn't even come into it. 6 to 8 is the new 4, I promise you. So that's what we're all going to aim for. So who's going to smash their 4cc now? Who's going to have that mindset that it's done, the mentality that it's done, dusted, and that it's just super, super easy? Everyone. Awesome. Love it. So next, what I'm going to show you how is the how, okay? The how's important, but the how is not the thing that you need to focus on, all right? Activity is what you need to focus on, not the how. So these are the income producing activities. Number 1, use the product yourself, okay? Number 2, share the business with absolutely everyone and anyone that you come into contact with. And number 3, share the products. So who on a day-to-day basis does all of these 3? Who always uses the products every single day? Who shares the business with people every single day? And who shares the products with people every single day? Yeah? Okay, if you are doing that, then you should be able to do your 4cc really, really easily. Now, I'm going to start with step number 1, using the product. So using the product, we're not asking you to spend more money, okay? That's not what we're asking you to do. What we're asking you to do is to redirect your spending. So instead of going to Boots and buying a moisturiser, why are you doing that? Why are you not putting it through your Forever business to get case credits, but also to get paid for doing that? Because that's what you're technically getting. You're getting paid to use the products, which is awesome. So I want you all now to get a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to start to write down some products which you might have in your household that aren't Forever, which could be. So what I've just picked up on, which is really bad, and I'm going to start doing this because it made me start to even think, how can I redirect mine, is, does everyone drink the drinking gel? Yeah, everyone should be drinking that. So obviously you should be adding that onto your order because it's the flagship product. Are you also using all of the personal care? So are you using a shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, tooth gel? Are you using hand and face soap? Are you using like propolis as a hand cream, makeup? Does anyone use the MPD? If you don't know what MPD is, yeah. So someone's just put detergent and vet spray. Yeah. So you might not be using the MPD, yeah, to wash your clothes in, to wash your kitchen benches with, to clean your household, because you might go to Asda and buy the £1 flash in a bottle instead of putting it through your business. So another thing is, does anyone drink the water? Does anyone buy the Cheddar bottled water, or does everyone go into a shop and buy a £1 bottle of water every single time? Does anyone drink Red Bull? Could they replace it with a Fab? Does anyone eat chocolate bars? Could you replace it with a FabX? Bloomin' FabX, I didn't mean that. Fast break bar, or could anyone maybe use a Pro X bar instead? Because basically you just really need to redirect your thoughts and to put your business first and put your products through. So like I say, we're not asking you to spend more money, we're just asking you to think more consciously about what you're actually putting through your business and where you're spending your money. Now, number 2 is sharing the business. This has to be absolutely everywhere you go. So don't worry about the business, just go out and share it, because I bet you will know so many people who could do with a couple of £100 extra a month to take their kids to the cinema, or someone who maybe would like to go on holiday more frequently, someone who might want to get rid of their debt. So literally, you've got the opportunity to help them. So why are you scared about sharing it? Don't be, because the opportunity has changed my life and loads of people around mine. So I can't help but share it with people. Now, the other thing is, I would always go in with the business first. That's just how I do it. And then you can always follow up with product. So if someone says no to the business, don't forget to show them the products. Don't forget to give them samples to try the products, because basically, you could really help them with the health. Yeah, the business might not benefit them, but that's another way to help your case credits go up. So what I'm going to do is be really honest with some people tonight, because I'm an honest person. You might have gathered this by now. But I think there's a couple of keys to why people don't hit their 4cc. Now, number 1, I think it's because people have the wrong mindset around it, which we've just gone through. So now everyone should be saying I can and I will. It can be sometimes that they don't believe they can do what they're doing, but you absolutely can, because belief comes with time. As long as you keep going, your belief will grow, I promise you. And also what they don't do is they overwhelm their minds to thinking that 4's big when actually it's tiny. And all you need to do is break it down, that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. Now, the second reason that I think people don't hit their 4cc is they don't do enough. They say that they're doing enough, but they're actually not. So I want you to open your diary. I want you to look at last week, and I want you to write down all of the things that you did last week which were income generating. So I want you to write down if you had any income generating activity booked in your diary. And I want you to think from the perspective of a boss, and I want you to think of the income that you're expecting from your business right now. So if you're expecting £1,000, how much do you think you would have had to put in your diary to get paid £1,000? Just having this little bit of self-reflection lets you know whether you're doing enough or not. So let me know whether you think you've done enough or not by popping yes or no in the chat box. But more importantly, by putting what you're going to do coming up this week that's going to help you to get that. Because if you look at it and you think, right, I'm after about £400 a month or 600 or £1,000 a month or whatever, if you're expecting that, would you expect bearing in mind this is part-time, would you expect £1,000 for the amount of work you've done part-time last week? Oh my God, everyone's saying no. Please tell me that that's just made you realise as well, this is not a bad thing. This is good. This is constructive, because this makes you realise that going forward into the next week, what you need to put in place to get you that income that you're looking for. So don't anyone be hard on themselves by doing that reflection. But what I think it's really important, and I'm sure you all agree, was that a really good exercise, having a little look? Because now you get a focus of where you want to go next week with your business and the income you're expecting. It massively helps. And I used to do that when I started, because I was like, I need £1,000. And I knew that I would need to put a lot of work in to get £1,000. So that's what I did. So I'm going to share with you like kind of what I did too. Right, okay, number 3, the main reason people don't hit 4cc is they don't plug enough into trainings. And I know I'm not speaking on behalf of you guys because you're plugged in tonight, but other people don't attend BPs enough, they don't attend success days enough, and also they don't go on SmartPod and utilise that. I've just been looking this week at my SmartPod within my team, and the results are pretty horrific, if I'm honest. Barely anyone's watched the beginning pod videos, and that's an hour and a half of your time that you could watch in the car or as you're in the bath or somewhere as you're moving out and about with your headphones in. It shouldn't take a long time, but then that's going to give you the skills you need to go out and smash your 4cc. So what I would definitely do is recommend everyone going back over and looking what they've watched on the SmartPod, and are they utilising it to the best of their abilities? Because I probably guess like not a lot of people are. And with the knowledge you learn from the SmartPod, go out and utilise it and actually use it within your day-to-day activities. Now, number 4 is to treat this like a hobby, not treat this like a hobby, sorry. That's what some people do. So basically, like, don't treat this like a hobby. If you are wanting to be a business builder, 4cc will be nothing to you. It really won't. So basically, if you really do treat this like a business, like I say, 6 to 8 or more case credits, that'll just be a given. Think how much income you're going to make straight away from doing that anyway. It's absolutely fab. We're really lucky. So I know you've all logged in tonight. That was just kind of like some key things that I pick up on and why people don't do 4cc. But I know that you're definitely going to all start thinking about it and reflecting a little bit more, because obviously that exercise massively helped people. I could definitely tell that in the chat box. So I've talked enough about the why, and I've talked enough about the income generating activity. Let me now break the income generating activity down for you, all right? So the really simple way that we've done this is on the 1st to the 3rd of the month is to get 1cc active, okay? Now, this is going to give you and your mind the biggest boost ever, okay? We're going to break down how to actually get the 1 case credit in a second, but this is going to help you lead from the front, all right? So it's going to give you a head start, it's going to make you feel good, and you're going to think, right, bring it on, I've only got 3 left, so you can start marking it off. What I'd all recommend you do as well is the brain works really well in counting down, okay? So if you've got a whiteboard, what I'd love you to do is to write 4, and then I'd like you to do 4.75, 4.5, 4.25, 3, 3.75, sorry, and then work backwards. And what I want you to do is rub off the things as you go down, or cross it off your list. The thought of marking it down and coming backwards really helps the brain. So who's going to utilize that? Because I find that massively helpful, and that's also something that you can do when you are going for a like promotion. If you mark down, go from like say 25 for supervisor and mark down and count the case credits away, it really, really helps. So 1st to the 3rd of the month, this is how we're going to do it, all right? So we're going to break it down. So we're going to do 0.25. That's all we're going to do for personal use, sorry. Obviously, if you do a little bit more, then that's great. But personal use, this could be something like a brand new product that you've never tried before. So if you're a guy and you've used the hand and face soap as your shaving foam, how about now adding on Gentleman's Pride to complete your skincare regime? Or if you're a lady using a lipstick, why not get the gloss or the lip liner to go with it? Yeah? Just add a product that you've never used before that you're going to find massive benefit from and that you can promote within your business as well. Start thinking as well, could it be something for the house? Could it be something that the family needs? And could it be that redirecting spending that we've just been talking about before? The second thing we're going to do is to always have a clean 9 in stock if possible. Now, what this may require you to do is to basically use your profit from the first month within your business to invest in the clean 9. So then you know you've got one in stock. And if someone asks you there and then, which people have the habit of doing, you can say, yes, I do have a clean 9 in stock. And yes, I can get that to you now, rather than you having to wait and losing out. Now, make your mission to sell that clean 9, because once you've got it, I swear you'll get rid of it really quick. So I keep clean 9s in stock, a vanilla and a chocolate, and I always get rid of them because I know I've got to, because otherwise it's money sitting in my house. Obviously, we never advise that you buy in bulk stock because that's not how the business works, but it's just always good to have that there in case your customers are looking for it. Now, the other next part is 0.5 case credits minimum. And this could be somebody trying your put box in a week. So 2 people trying your put box in a week. Who thinks that's really achievable? I massively do. 2 people, it doesn't have to be the full basket of products. It could be that you loan out the face mask. It could be that you loan out some of the heat lotion and MSM gel to people who exercise. It could be that you recommend like some things for like a mum, for a baby. Literally, you can theme the put boxes however you want. Who thinks 2 a week would be absolutely sufficient to do that in the beginning? Yeah, Lisa Cooper has just put, she's booked out a put box 3 times tonight. So yeah, exactly. It's massively helpful. So is it topped up? Do you have maybe products that you need to top up and refill? And do you have spare products, just spare new products to give? Yeah, so if someone asks you there and then, oh, that propolis cream was amazing, I really want it now, I don't really want to have to wait 2 days for it. Do you have a spare propolis in stock or a spare aloe jelly? Because they're the things that are popular. Now, the other thing is, do you have your 3 regular gel drinkers? Okay, what we usually say is 10 to 20 regular gel drinkers, but we're just going to do it on a basis of 3. Okay, so who thinks 3 gel drinkers constantly drinking the drinking gel, repeating their orders each month is totally like within reach? Yeah. Because basically this would just require you to contact your customers, ask them how they are, keep your customer records up to date, give them really good service. 3 gel drinkers, my God, so easy. So who thinks they can do their 1 case credit on the 1st to the 3rd of the month? Now we've broken that down. Easy, isn't it? So easy. And you might even be doing more than that just on your own. My personal orders, they come to like 1.5 each month because I'm literally addicted to these products. Good. Everyone's saying easy peasy. I'm loving this. Okay, now we're going to move on from the 3rd of the month, and we're taking you now to the 3rd to the 7th of the month. Now you're halfway there to your 4cc, believe it or not. So keep this pace up and panic will not set in, I promise. Remember, we're aiming for 6 to 8 anyway, but this is just going to ensure that we've got our 4cc done, then we can move on to helping our team. Your 4cc is the most important thing to get done first, and then you have the rest of the month to help your team out, okay? Because what some people do is they focus on their team that much, they forget to do their own 4cc, and I see it happen time and time again. Get yours done comfortably by the 16th of the month, and then you've got the whole rest of the month to do it, all right? Now, we're going to break this down again because this is how the brain works. Step number 1, we're going to get your put box out, okay? And usually your put boxes give you about 0.25 to 0.5 cc. That is on the really low side of the scale. Now, what I would always recommend is looking ahead within your business. Don't focus week to week. What you should be focusing on is at least a month ahead. Now, this is how my mind works. I know Valentine's Day is coming up. So why doesn't everyone do a Valentine's themed put box? Yeah, so people can kind of like have a pamper over the Valentine's period. So all girls can look good for their partners, or all guys can look good for their girls. Yeah, really simple idea, but that could be a massive interest to people. So what I want you to do, this is just a really good thing to open your mind up, is to write down 3 people you know who are interested in sport. I'm going to do the same while I'm on here because I'd never ask you to do something that I'm not going to. So I'm doing it with you. Okay, and then what I want you to do is to write down 3 people you know who are interested in makeup. Should be so easy. Okay, cool. Now the next thing is 3 people who like skincare. Yeah, and the next one is 3 people who have aches and pains or complain about health quite regularly. And then 3 people who you know who maybe work really hard in the job they've got, so they could do with a little bit of a pamper. And then 3 people who you care about. Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to send them this message, okay? Please personalize this and tailor it to the person that you're messaging. But all you need to say is like, hi, whoever, how are things? I've just had some new products delivered and I know you work really hard and could maybe do with a bit of a pamper. Would you like to sample some free products for a few days? I can drop them off for you at home on Monday at 5:30 if you'll be in, and I can collect them on Wednesday at a certain time as well. Then it would be great if you could just give me some feedback on what you enjoyed. Speak soon. Look forward to hearing back from you or whatever, yeah? So easy, like so easy. The bit where it says, I know you work really hard, you could just replace that with makeup, for example. Got some great new makeup ranges that I'd love you to try out. Or if it's sport, I know you're really into your fitness and I've got some products for you to try that I think would really benefit you and stop you aching after the gym. Yeah? So who finds that really easy? Who's going to implement that? Because imagine how many CCs you can get from doing that with how many people have we just established? We've established 3 in each of those categories. So that should give you at least 8 put boxes to hand out to people. So let me know if you find that helpful, and let me know if you're going to do that as well, because it would be good to see if you found that helpful. So the next thing we're going to do is an online launch. Now, online launches, I would definitely book them 4 weeks in advance to give you plenty of time to basically promote the fact that you're doing it, to get all of you people invited, to really prepare and prep, and be really name clever. What I'd be tempted to steer away from is Forever Online Launch, yeah, because that's pretty original, not. So what I would be more willing to do is kind of play around with words and be really inventive. So I just did one recently called The Clean Up instead of Clean 9, and no one knew what the Clean Up was, so it got a lot of interest. Whereas if I'd put Clean 9-a-thon, people probably would have gone, oh, it's Clean 9. Do you get what I mean? So be name clever. Tailor the event to a specific audience. So if you know you've got lots of girls and you were doing something about makeup, really think about the girls who are going to be plugging in and make it cool, like make it really trendy to use Forever's makeup. Think about the time of year. We've already mentioned Valentine's Day is coming up, so you can always do a Valentine's online launch. where you could invite guys to take the stress out of Valentine's Day, and you could do pamper packages, and God, there's so many things you could do with that. Think of interests, think of gender specific things you could do, age specific, product specific, and do it a VIP. So if you've got a VIP group, promote it in there. Make your VIPs who log in, make it worth their while. Give them like a gift, or give them like some money off their order there and then. Or it's your business, so you just kind of think what you want to do with it. So only invite a certain amount. You don't want to invite complete randoms, really. Obviously let your friends invite their friends, and ask your friends to invite guests as well, so you've got a bigger audience as well. But with this, just get creative. There's so many things you can do with it, and we had a training before the BP the other night, which I went through with, and it's so simple to do. So definitely pop this in your diary to do, probably on a payday, which is always a good time to do it too. So home launch parties. I don't really like using the word launch, right? Just because I don't think people know what a launch is, and it sounds a bit formal. Just call it a pamper party. Have it booked out in 4 weeks in advance, so you know exactly when you're doing it, so you can prepare for it. Again, be name clever. So maybe have pizza and pamper night, or prosecco and pamper, or PJs and pamper night, or everything pets night, or just, there's so many things you can do with it anyway. It's not just for women, so don't just target women. Think of like gentlemen's pamper nights, where you could do shaving demos and stuff like that, or you could go through like a good skincare regime with guys while they're playing on Xbox. They could pause between each games, and you could talk through a product and then replay the match of FIFA or whatever you are doing, guys. So there's always ways you can do things like this. Think about what's going on that month that you're doing it, and ask your friends to bring a friend. So broaden your network again. Make it sound fun. Don't make it sound like it's boring, and people will come. But if they can't, invite them to your online launch. Here's an example of what you can send to someone to get your launches booked in. So, hi Jane, how are you? I've got a few of the girls popping around mine on Thursday for a bit of a pamper evening. We could all do with a bit of a TLC. I know you've been working hard. Would you like to come? You're more than welcome to bring your sister and your mum. It would be so nice to see you. It'll only be for a couple of hours. What do you think? Yeah, or whatever. So again, you could do a weight management one, like, hi Laura, how are you? So I know you've shown some interest in the past around the Clean 9, so I thought I'd invite you to mine on Wednesday, as I'm having a sport and weight management evening. You'll get hear about and sample some of the products. Bring your hubby if you want to. There'll be something here for everyone. Yeah, really simple, like so easy. So yeah, you could totally do that. So yeah, if you've got like husbands that invite their mates around for blooming FIFA and Call of Duty and whatever, get them round, and in between the games be like, right, stop, we need to go through Gentleman's Pride. Yeah, give them a beer, they'll be loving life. There's always ways to do fun things like that. So customer VIP page, most people should have one of these set up. This can give you loads and loads of different leads. What I tend to do is ask a lot of questions on there. So I tag my gel drinkers in like a little bit of a status, and I say like, hi Lydia, could you just tell me what you enjoy most about the drinking gel? And then she'll put underneath, gives me stacks of energy, love my skin on it. And then someone else goes, oh, I didn't realize it was good for skin and energy, I'll order some. Yeah, really just utilize your page, because it's good to like get your customers involved and share their testimonials too. Put offers on now and then. Make sure you're looking after your customers. Make it a proper VIP page. All the stuff Forever Living, put on their page, copy and paste it onto there so it looks professional. Send your customers some free samples. So now and then ask them for their address. I know that recently I've posted, could everyone send me their address, please? And all I'm doing is I'm cutting up an avocado soap, putting it into little bags, which is an idea of one of the girls from my team. I'm then putting in a moisturiser, I'm putting in a tooth gel, shampoo, conditioner, and a propolis. And that is going to be a little luxury 2016 introductory pamper pack that they're all just going to get in their own house. So anyone can do that. So that'll give you some more CCs there. So by doing that, by the 7th to the 16th of the month, guess what? You're 4cc active. And that is just retailing, all right? Now, the rolling training, that goes through in depth how to do more retailing ideas, but we've given you tons of ideas there anyway. Keep the pace up. and literally you're going to hit that 6 to 8 case credits easily. Now, the good thing is it's only the 16th of the month. You've got the whole rest of the month to help your team be 4cc active, and you've also got the rest of the month to get focused on getting your pipeline full and getting some team members too. So this is how we're going to get your team members. Now, obviously, you'll know the best way to join through the business is through the business box. You want to encourage as many people to do that as possible. And the way that you're going to do that is by consistently and persistently, every day without fail, contacting 3 to 5 people if you're part-time in forever, or 5 to 10 people if you're full-time. What we also recommend you do is utilize the online business presentations, because I don't think enough people use those. Also, to do a 7-day plan, which is in the back of your First Steps to Manager book, where you've got space to write out the people that you're going to contact that week, and then that gives you that list to transfer onto your activity tracker so you can keep track of who you're talking to. Now, the other thing is, remember, it takes 3 to 4 times for somebody to commit to the business usually, unless they're a superstar. So really start to utilize the opportunity page that we've set up as well, the business opportunity one, because basically they then see success stories and they're more likely to obviously join the business. The other thing is normal business presentations. People don't see this as an income generating activity. It massively is. If you bring one guest every week to the BP, that is 4 people potentially that you could have signed up in a month. So literally get to BPs. Like, we say it all the time, but they're so vital. Like, they're so important. So the next thing is, writing these dates down is to summarize. So these should be the dates in your diary. So the 1st to the 3rd, you should be 1 case credit active. When everyone's put their 1cc order in, on your manager page, I want everyone to start saying 1cc done and dusted on the 1st to the 3rd of the month. And then I want you to write how you've done that on your manager page. The next thing is the 3rd to the 7th of the month. You should be 2 case credit active by this point, through going through what we've just gone through earlier. And again, when you're 2 case credit active by the 16th, before the 16th of the month, then we want you to celebrate that as well. Now, this is the best bit. By the 7th to the 5th, that should be the 16th, sorry. 7th to the 16th of the month, you should be 4cc active, okay? And that should mean that you're earning close to £300 in retail profit because you've retailed 4 case credits. Now, anything on top of that is recruitment, and that should be done from the 15th to the 30th of the month. And hey presto, you will be 6 to 8 case credits active minimum. So who thinks, now I've broken it down, who thinks that is so achievable? Pop yes in the chat box if you think so. So what we want you to do is to get 4cc active in your goals, and put it in your goals, so that you're going to be 4cc active by the 16th of every month. You can all do it. It's easy. You've done it. Absolutely done and dusted. Really easy. So then you can then put your 4cc level 1 pin into your goals, because you're going to smash it, because you're going to do it in 3 months, 6 months and 12 months, aren't you? And then also you're going to aim for your network pin as well, so your suitcase. So if you're recruiting 2 people a month through the business, in like no time at all, you're going to have your yellow suitcase. You could just swing it above your head and take it on all your holidays that you're going to be getting, because you're going to be achieving all the incentives too. And guess what? Being 4cc active and coaching what I've just coached to your team, that means you're going to be a manager. So who wants to be manager? Put yes in the chat box, because by getting 4cc and coaching it, that's what's going to happen. Yay! Everyone wants to be manager. Love it. So don't wish for it. Don't wish you could do 4cc. Work for it. Because like I said, most people think they're working and doing all they can to get it, but they're not. Use the smart pod, monitor your incentives and count down. Get yourself a whiteboard, put what you want to achieve and count down, because honestly, you will smash this. I'm going to finally leave it open for just a couple of minutes to have any questions that anyone's got around anything that I've gone through. I saw a question before, which was, how do you set up a VIP page? So you do that by going on groups on Facebook, and create a new group, and then you just basically add all of your customers to it, make it private, and then you can post what you want in there. Fab. How do you sign up to SmartPod? Okay, hun. So what you need to do is ask your upline to add you to the SmartPod page. And basically then you click on a link, fill in your details, and then that registers you. And then you can go and utilize all of the videos and the materials there. Okay, any tips on an online launch and how to run it? Okay, my biggest tips are make sure you do it at least with 4 weeks in advance, because then you've got a chance to obviously promote it properly. What I would also do is make it a public event and get your friends to add their friends to it. Now, what I would get you to do in the run up to the event is to prep all of your photographs and to prep all of your writing, so that on the night you've just got them there very easily. And I would post about a new product every 10 minutes or so. Now, what I would do after that is I would get all of your friends and your family and people that buy off you regularly. I would get them to click into the event, and even if they've already bought their stuff off you, I'd get them to say underneath the photographs, can I have one of those, or can I have more information on them? Because when more people see other people interested, that really makes them want to have what the other person's got too. What I would also do is running up to the event, maybe record videos, make it interactive, say like reminder tonight in an hour's time this is starting, and just really start promoting it like as if you would like a normal event in town. Say if it was a nightclub event or something, do it in the same way, or if it was like a nursery event for your children, do it in exactly the same way as well. How do you find more parties to host at others' houses? I've asked everyone I know. Okay, if you go on forevernowledge.info, there's a memory jogger about pamper parties, and it asks you to think of people who are beauticians, hairdressers, family, friends, cousins. What you may want to do is even ask your customers. Ask your customers if they wouldn't mind having people around their house and they get a bottle of free gel for hosting it, or they get a discount off their product for hosting it. That sometimes works. The questionnaires that you find on the SmartPod, fill those in at the end of every launch, and that way you'll get referrals. I hope that helps. There's always ways to find a launch party. Honestly, you won't have asked everyone you know, I promise you. Okay, let me have a look. How can I encourage customers to interact with VIP page? I've tried offers and freebies. Okay, why don't, well, it depends really. Like, have you done anything interactive where they can say you actually using the products, or have you just kind of posted things? Like, because I find videos help, and don't just make it all around forever. So for example, on my fitness one, I've actually videoed myself working out, so that they don't just think I'm like lying in my bed not doing exercise. I'm actually practicing what I preach, and I'm saying, yeah, like use these alongside exercise, they really help. So if you're seen to be using the products and sharing your stories with people, that's way more powerful, I think, anyway. Yeah, how amazing. Someone's just used the new way of asking about the put box and would they like to sample it, and she's booked it out already. So well done, Courtney Dodds. That's awesome. So yeah, I'll post the slide up on Dare to Dream with the invite for the launch and the invite for the pup, and yeah, let's just go and smash it. So someone said, I followed a customer up and she's ignoring me, would you message her again? What I would do is I would message her, but not about forever. I would message her and just ask how she is, how her weekend's been, is she up to anything fun this week? Don't mention the product until you get back into a conversation with her, and then at an appropriate time bring the product back up. Yeah, so the picture of the Botox mask, obviously we can't use the words Botox mask for compliance, but you know what I mean when I say that. If you take a photo or a video of yourself using it, that's really, really good for retail, I find. And Katie Gills just said that as well. So yeah, massively agree. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully that's helped. Please leave me some feedback on Dare to Dream, because I'd love to know how you found that. This recording is going to go on the SmartPod, so it's going to be in probably like training section. I'll clarify where it's going to be, but I hope it's helped. And I want you all to repeat after me. I can and I will do 4cc. It is so bloomin' easy. So go out and smash it and have a wicked rest of your month. And I really want to know who's doing 6 to 8 because that is where the magic happens. Thanks, guys. Take it easy. Bye.